Another dark log from the diary of a griever named John Weaver, January 8th, 2026. And it's about 1:25, actually 1:22 in the middle of the night. While I was dealing with my own health issues, the world gone absolutely mad again in Minneapolis, Minnesota, regarding an incident that should have never happened in the first place. Fear and intimidation came through town, and was one dumbass from mistake caused a nationwide chain of events. A lot of protests across the country over Miss Good's murder. And Noeem covering her ass, trying to look Texan, and blaming the victim of being a domestic terrorist. Homeland Security and this particular broad. Holy shit. She murdered outright. Through her agents, she allowed murder to happen on her watch. If this had been a local law enforcement action, that officer would have been put on administrative leave, put on desk duty, grilled and interrogated by Internal Affairs, and then be put to the board to decide whether or not the cop is going to be keeping his badge or not. We're talking about the federal government hiring dumb shits left and right because of the money and bonuses promised, and they're turning the country into a wild, wild west, blaming everybody and hoping to get a negative response so they can justify their own murderous actions. I can't justify it. I can't find any reason for this. What the hell have we been doing to ourselves? We warned ourselves before the election that shit like this may happen. Now we're seeing it on our watch. Trump's already getting the message already that his popularity is going well below what the normal low is for the polls. And he wants more and more power. He wants more and more control. But the thing is, what he's looking for is the explosive nature of the people who he wants the violent confrontation with to justify whatever he's got in store for the rest of the country and the rest of the world. The man had tried to pursue peace trophy for the Nobel Peace Prize. It's not the money, it's the ego he wanted fed, and he couldn't get it from it because his actions, his lies, his bullshit, his hiring of the most inept people for their jobs. Our country has fallen into the worst state of decay I have ever seen. And maybe we're not done falling yet. I'm still holding my breath. I'm still holding my breath whether or not we're going to weather this to the midterms. We're hoping and praying we don't turn into an explosive nature where we're going to be proving Trump right. We're going to be proving Noem right. Stephen Miller right. By going thermonuclear on him. I'm expecting that balloon to pop. Then all hell break loose in a civil war. Everybody knows what's at stake right now. We have never been in a more scarier time. It was bad enough back in the 50s where you had this one asshole named McCarthy looking to arrest people because he thinks they were communists. He even went after an Army National Engineer, actually the Army Corps of Engineers, and got himself screwed over in the televised hearings. Yeah, he faded away. But now without doing a hell of a lot of damage to people. This is worse. We voted the chaos in. Even the MAGA supporters are throwing up over this stuff because they backed the wrong asshole. And they had to consider themselves assholes. Because they wanted his hatred. They wanted his belligerency. They wanted America first. When they voted in a power control son of a bitch who wants everything. Demands everything. Wants his own name out there. That people can... What are they going to do? Piss on him or shit on him? He wants a reputation. He's already had the reputation a long time ago being a cheat and thief and swindler. He doesn't pay his bills. He allowed businesses to go bankrupt and he didn't care. He is the ultimate un-American. Born, unfortunately, in this country by immigrants. Or actually, they probably were born in this country. I don't know. I would have to do a background check on the asshole that we voted in back in November 2024. And who we brought along was this cast of characters who were dedicated in destroying this country. Including a fucking immigrant out of South America who practically bankrupted our country and destroyed part of our infrastructure to the point where it's a facade. And he wants more. The company who he was trying to get $1 trillion out of is going downhill because he had to be hooked up to Tesla. But no, he created a Doge. It wasn't accountability, it was thievery. He was a thief, a liar, and a con man. Engineer my ass. This particular decade, from the 2020s onward, is going to be, or shall I say from 2016 to the future, is going to be detrimental to our country. And I don't know what's going to happen the next day. We're getting into more situations with South, Central, North America, Europe. Are we going to be having a war with Asia now? Is that possible? We've already kidnapped political leaders. And now we're going to be going after another leader or country. Maybe a few others. An island nation 90 miles off of Florida. It's bad enough we're going after Greenland, which we're pissing off NATO and the United Nations. If that wasn't bad enough, 33 departments of of United Nations. Donald Trump with his fucking signature had taken us out of a lot of agencies of the United Nations that may have strangulated his economic and political maneuvering. I'm surprised he hasn't taken us out of NATO yet, or the United Nations directly on this one. I wouldn't put it past the bastard. Here I am trying to worry about my own damn stupid decisions concerning about my own health. Kept playing the frickin' head games in my head with the PTSD shit. I kept thinking that the medical establishment was out to get me when my own damn decisions were out to kill me. It had gotten worse over the decade. Seeing my country fall apart. I will not fly the American flag until this son of a bitch is out of office and all of his goons are prosecuted and convicted. I will not celebrate the 250th birthday of our country. Because right now, we need a massive cleanup in our government system. And the people who just tried to fuck us over that we had allowed to get into office. So for right now, guys, I can't even sleep. I came home tired as hell because of a long day in an ER. Several hours can take a lot out of you. And coming home and dealing with my puppy was the greatest thing. And then I've been trying to sleep afterwards, and I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I'm trying to. And I can't deal with this shit. It's bad enough I have to focus on my own healing. It's bad enough I had friends expressing strong concerns about me and my health. Well-meaning and well-intentioned, and they were on my ass. It was bad enough having a medical establishment on my ass. But the people I respect and care for, I had to stay and listen. I had to listen. I wonder if the shooting news was more important than in dealing with my own mortality being confronted. And the thing of it is, if I had been really, really knocked out with my depression regarding I've been feeling about death and losing people left and right, I think I would have been a hell of a lot worse situation. I really do. It's got my brain working so much, I can't settle it down tonight. But the problem is, I need to settle down so I can get sleep. Am I going to be waking up to a world in the morning in a few hours from now where everything else is going to hell in a handbasket? Where I'm going to be going outside to look at either a column of armored vehicles or missiles being rained upon my country, especially too damn close to home. Am I going to be dealing with people taking guns and shooting at people? Am I going to be looking at something that justifies a lunatic's attitude and actions towards the rest of us? Are we really going to be losing our fucking minds? Or we're going to be trying to hold it together and telling this son of a bitch and the rest of his fucking goon squad regime. We're not dealing with your shit the way you wanted us to deal with. We still got the law and the First Amendment, and we still got the Constitution. Something you all hate, but you swore an oath to it. You're liars. You're cheats. You're thieves. You're pirates. I have a problem regarding piracy. Get the fuck out of my goddamn country, you sons of bitches. All of you.